so much one-on-one. But it's a good, I think, mix right now for both teams to kind of.
Jordan Clarkson with an early bucket, a block by Boban there, and we'll send it to Craig Bowerjack and Thurl Bailey. They'll have the call, and we'll talk to you at the half.
They're going to have to find some rhythm early and figure this out. He started his third season here in the NBA.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of having a well-balanced attack. And the Mavericks coming out, getting high percentage shots early, getting Boban right at the rim on a Rudy help on the drive.
Marjanovic averages over 6 a game, and he shoots high percentage like Gobert. He's at the rim, 56%. Joe puts it on the floor, left hand, fires it over the top. Here's Clarkson, 3-ball bang.
Doing well, especially in the starting lineup, as it puts the onus that Joe gets a good start early on.
And Joe knocks down that three-point shot. He's now 14 of his last 25.
Need to get more involved. It might even be coaches saying, Joe, look for that shot early.
Curry with a runner, floats in his first bucket out of Duke. He was a question mark earlier yesterday, and this morning had some right leg soreness, but he gives it a go. Averaging 12 points on the season. Jazz come back with Ingles in the paint. Leaves it down low. Rudy with what a move to a DVD, and then I lost it. Here's Barea. Stop, pop, no. Gave it away. Boban runs the lane.
And the big man's on him, but that didn't stop his motion from going to the basket.
Justin Jackson on that possession with a floater. A 6-point advantage for Dallas, an 11-2 run. And Matt, the Jazz just have to settle down. I know they look to Donovan in these situations, but how about a Mike Conley?
The #1 rated offensive team coming in to tonight's game.
Inside again, it's Joe to Gobert.
Well, that's that relationship we talked about earlier. There's a lot that can happen off of that, but the main thing that's going to happen is either Joe or Rudy's going to score off of it.
Down low, Boban rolls in 2, and also another key. Matt and Thurl, 34 assists. And let me just say, Joe Ingles had 13 already in this opening quarter, Matt. 4 assists by Joe.
Yeah, well, we mentioned how more involved Joe Ingles has been recently in the bubble, but the Jazz in general, they're shooting the ball much better, Bowler, which is going to mean more assists in the end. So it's the assists would have been there early if they were making shots. They just weren't making shots early in the bubble.
Yeah, Utah hit 5 of 10 from downtown, but one of the big storylines in this game is Boban Marjanovic. He's played 6 minutes. He checks in. Mie Oni also in for the Jazz. DeLon Wright on the floor.
This as well, so it's good to see Jordan Clarkson coming out early.
Maxi Kleba, first moment on the Bradley, getting a good look here in the bubble. Niang has had struggles from 3. Jazz by 6. Jumper, good.
Even the game against San Antonio, like Matt said, some minutes that count.
Back from Niang, Moutier, good mid-range jump shooter. Utah by 3. Drive it, hang Moutier on a drive inside. Tony Bradley with the rebound. Back out front, George Niang launches a 3. Why not?
And throughout the entire year because of the Stars, so remember that. And they were thrown into the fire. And now a week later, he said, we're talking about him. Talking about Mie, talking about Jarrell. He spoke a lot about Jarrell as well. But for Mie, he's just been efficient because he's keeping it simple. He's not overthinking.
Turnover, which has been an issue for the Jazz in the bubble.
Line is continuing with the 9 threes made from the previous couple games.
Jumper lost to Denver. Moutier back to work. Spins baseline. Beautiful move. Trey Burke goes to work against Mie Oni. Nice.
Wrong with that. Royce O'Neal with a wide open jumper there.
That's a nice move.
Flash in the paint.
Hardaway. He'll make you pay each and every time. The layup off the turnover. 2 in a row by the Jazz after just 1 giveaway in the opening 12 minutes. All of a sudden, a 3-point game. Jazz had a lead of 9.
Yeah, execution is going to be very important. That's fantastic.
Shooter, he broadened his range out to 3-point land. He did a much better job shooting later in the season from the 3.
Seth Curry back on the floor. Stop, pop, about a 17-foot jump back to Brantley, or that's Tucker. Stop, jumpers away. And 10 games, now 11 for Dallas. Inside, easy bucket with Clarkson. Joe drives, finds Rudy, slips, slides, and scores.
Again, great patience by the Jazz. They had a couple offensive rebounds and set it back up. But Bowler and Matt, I'm really proud of that last group that was in there. I thought they did a great job on both ends of the court, finding their own shots, but also doing a nice job defending.
Gobert goes baseline on the throw out to Joe. He'll put it on the floor. Lazy push shot. Beautiful move. Joe, unreal.
I like that description, though, Bowler. Lazy push shot.
It took a while to get off his left hand, but it got there.
I think I dozed off in the middle of it.
JJ on a reverse around Conley. Barea with 7. 53-50. Just past the 3.5-minute mark. Gobert has only taken 5 shots thus far in this first half. The Jazz have been focusing on the 3. There's another layup on Saturday night. He's averaging team high 5.2 a game during the regular season. Here's Clarkson outside the 3-point line. His journey to the NBA is fascinating. Australia, the Boomers, there he is again, reaches out in the passing lane and steals it away. Got a look with the Clippers and the Jazz. And you tip your hat to the NBA to make this happen in the bubble. Joe, another steal. What a first half. Love it. Filling the paint is Royce. Back out, Conley. Wide open look. 3-ball. Bang. The shot a little short. Grabbed his own miss. And now the Jazz can play for the final shot of half number 1. Clarkson against Burke. Pops the shot. I heard a whistle. How about another?
They can't create it because they don't have the playmaking ability without those guys out there.
Yeah, and let's see if Utah, too, in the second half. You know, a lot of time when you have early success, especially when you're playing with your second unit mostly on the court, does the ball continue to move or do guys start to hunt for shots? And I think that's something Quinn Snyder probably talked to his team about, right?
Second half, Oni's got the loose ball out front. He's got terrific speed.
Getting a goaltending call.
Tucker gives up a look and goes outside. Another 3. Another 3, knocked down Emmanuel Mudiay now. And the Jazz have opened up this third quarter 8-0 run. Utah now 15 of 26. That's 58% from outside. Impressive. And what I'm finding out here, too, in the bubble, Quinn Snyder had a plan.
His team, whether it's minute management or keeping these guys fresh and crisp, he's done a nice job of not the overload. A lot of questions were coming in were, well, how are players going to deal with the 4.5-month layoff? I know they had a couple weeks of scrimmages and even a couple more weeks before that of practicing together, but that's a long layoff, and you got to manage it well, and Quinn Snyder has done that.
George Niang.
Got to get George Niang on the post game somehow, someway. I mean, come on, what a comeback turnaround. He struggled in such big ways in the bubble, and the 3 is just an easy look for him. Highs and lows in this game as a 3-point shooter. George went through that himself, but you simply stay with it. His boy off. Tucker, step back, tough shot, got it away. Good.
It looked like he was there, but like he may have been going forward just a little bit when he made contact.
Curry pumps up a 3.
Off the bench, Quinn Snyder can really trust him in the rotation if he needs to play in the playoffs. He's lively. What a tremendous athlete. Plays hard, can defend. You like what he's giving the Jazz right now.
Team Mudiay, it's hard to keep him off the floor at times.
It is. And what I like about him is he's patient because he doesn't get consistent minutes all the time. As he
part of that game for OKC, a number of players did not go as starters today. Ed Davis, nice. Curry goes back to work. Little stop and go drive. Beautiful pass, baseline, reverse it, count it. 0 for 2 in 3 minutes. Trying to put a body up on JJ Barea. At his 3-point percentage, 38% for Utah. But again, Jazz break. Big minutes for these young players for the Jazz. Tony Bradley showing some 3-point ability and
do it.
Wright Foreman goes baseline on a throw out. Here's the 3-ball. Tucker got it. 9 points for the rookie. He did not play against San Antonio Saturday night, taking advantage of some minutes here against Dallas. Barea quickly fires a 3, hits it home.
Yeah, these young fellas, they may not know about the total Barea and his history, but they're finding out right here that you leave him wide open like that, he's going to.
Job of scouting. It's evident in the G League when they won the championship. They got a deep bench, and some.
Too often, me.
Wright Foreman takes a 3 and hits it. He had 12 at the half on 7 shots. Here he is, step back 3. At the horn, got it. 2:10 left.
Two really meaningful games. You're talking about the Spurs game where they played meaningful minutes, and then again tonight here,
Drive baseline around Davis. They go inside bucket and taken back in 2012 by Charlotte. Lon Wright, nice pass. Meone, a little flat-footed. DeLon Wright stole it away. 3 up and good.
You want a close game where these guys get a lot of experience. You know, it's one thing of playing, and we mentioned just
early Utah built up a 22-point lead, and it has melted away. And there it is. Things with looks, with cameras, with sound. Tony Bradley just through his hands. DeLon Wright saves it baseline, gets it right back as we pass the 7-minute mark. 101-101.
I'm not sure Tony was expecting that pass from Meone on that
18-1 run. Matt, it kind of takes me back in time to one of your former.
You know, he did give me one game, Bowler. However,
on this game and the mighty Suns, it's all coming up.
As well, jumper, good.
Yeah, Bowler, I actually think Dallas, they have 2 more games after this left in the bubble. Obviously, if they're thinking if they can win this one and then win the next 2, there's a possibility they move out of the 7th spot, and then you don't have to face, most likely, the Clippers. So maybe that's, an area of motivation for Carlisle right now on the Mavs.
Yeah, Jazz with a hop in their step right now, but Tucker took a tough fall. Down he goes, no call. Seth Curry in transition. Out in the corner, back on the floor. Hardaway Jr. He'll take the 3 over Davis. Hardaway was such those 7 years of NBA experience has come on strong, along with Curry. They had, I think, 2 experience of Dallas on the floors made a big factor here, especially in the 4th quarter. And Donovan Mitchell did not play today. Davis, an easy 2-hand flush. Stay tuned for Jazz Game Night, the afternoon edition. Presented by Siegfried and Jensen, helping injured people in Utah now for over 30 years. Final seconds tick down. Dallas with a big rally. 122-114 is the final from the bubble in Orlando.